Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to the Angelic Tree Tarot. My name is Gigi, and today we are going to do a reading about which animal spirit would like to work with you, or which animal spirit is around you right now. So we have three cards that I pre-shuffled. So we have the first card, it is the Phoenix card, the Nightingale, the Eagle. So beautiful, looks like we have all birds. Whichever one sticks out to you the most, and whichever one that you saw maybe on a thumbnail or just something inside of your spirit is like, that's for me. Feel free to choose your card. The Phoenix is card 1, Nightingale card 2, Eagle card 3. All right, let's get started. Hello, Phoenix card people. So you chose a very powerful card. The Phoenix is all about awakening, unleashing your greatest, highest potential. Right now, you may be going through a lot of newness. You might be experiencing some confusion, but you know that you are on the right path. You may actually have overcome a lot of things, healed a lot of things. You may have been tapping into your creative energy a lot lately. This card just screams fire. Look at all the red, orange, yellow. This has a lot to do with like your lower chakras. So really tapping into your power here on earth, bringing down your spiritual gifts here in the physical realm. So bringing the spiritual and the unseen to this physical plane. The Phoenix wants to work with you because you are going through a big transformation, whether you know it or not. Group 1, you're ready. You're ready to rise. You're ready to embody this new you. And honestly, it's not really a new you, it's the truest you. So you actually haven't been adding on anything new to yourself. You don't need to be anything different or add more to yourself. It's more about letting go of the things that are covering up your truest potential, your true power. Every time I think about a phoenix, I always think about like the fire in your belly, like fire energy, passion, being spiritually led, taking divine action. You know how we say the feminine is a lot about being and the masculine is more about doing. The Phoenix is all about bringing both of those energies together and making a creation, like the true creative energy, tapping into both of those sides of yourself. You are ready to have a breakthrough, Group 1. The Phoenix is here to ask you to remind you to gather all of your wisdom, all of your power, all of your knowledge, all of the experiences that you've had, all of your true gifts, whether you've had these gifts or these are new gifts that you discovered about yourself. It's asking you to gather all these things and bring them up to the surface because you are honestly ready to fly. I'm not saying that you're perfect. You may still have, things to work on, as we all do, but Group 1, you don't need to add anything else. You don't need to take another class. You don't need to buy more things to add. You don't need to watch another video. You don't need to go do more. You need to just accept who you are right here, right now, in this moment, because you have everything that you need to do whatever you set out to do, to be that person that you know you are. Even the Phoenix asks you to, tap into a little bit more of your fearlessness. Let go of any old identities that you know are outdated, that you know you need to let go of, or any identities that you know never even belonged to you in the first place. The Phoenix asks you to embody your truest self. Maybe that self that you know that you are, maybe that self that you are in private. And sometimes you may be like, one day I'm going to let this part of me express itself. One day when I have this, or when I do this, or at this time, I'm going to fully let this part out just to be. But not yet, not yet, not yet. No, the phoenix is like, yes, now. Now is the time. Spread your wings. Tap into your fire. Tap into your vibrancy. Tap into your creative spark, your creative energy. You are safe, group one. You are safe to do this. I feel like group one, you might have a history of second guessing yourself a lot. And you might even make your own self mad. You might sometimes get mad at yourself, even because you know your power. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of, who you're capable of being, your best self, your truest self, your highest self, whatever word you want to use. Sometimes when we have that fire that needs to come out, that fire that's meant to come out, sometimes we can, turn that in on ourselves unknowingly. Like I said, it can turn into being upset at yourself, because you're not living up to your potential, or just being hard on yourself. Sometimes unprocessed and misdirected, misguided fire or anger or passion even can turn into, sickness and illness, even like on a physical level, on a very physical level. So if you chose this card, you have a lot of that fire energy. And, the Phoenix is here to remind you to use that in a wise way, to use that passion or even maybe your anger or that strong fire energy to reach your goals, better yourself, or just be exactly who you are. You've always been, to bring that strength out, that confidence out, that courage out, that fearlessness out. And of course, everybody feels fear sometimes, but tapping into that fearlessness energy, even when you are fearful, or even if you are uncertain, or you might have, you might hesitate on things, even though you know who you are deep down. You have always known, group one. You have always known who you are. This can apply to anything, a career, just an identity, an embodiment. You've just always known who you are, who you were. The Phoenix is reminding you that you have everything that you need right now in this moment. It's ready. It's time. It's time for you to bring your truest self out of the cosmos, out of your mind, out of your thoughts and your feelings, and to bring it down here on earth. The Phoenix is obviously like a mythical creature. So it's not quite an animal, although this is an animal spirit deck. Phoenix is a half bird and half spirit energy. So just being a phoenix itself is giving that half physical, half spiritual energy combining together. You have that fire in your belly, that very human passion, drive, embodiment energy mixing in with that spiritual energy. And you have that, and it's time to unleash that. And, a little motivation, a little encouragement. The Phoenix is here to assist you, group one. It believes in you, it knows who you are, and you know who you are. So if you've never heard of the Phoenix energy, or if you know about the Phoenix type energy, maybe doing a little research about it, tapping into, a Phoenix, even maybe picturing yourself as a Phoenix sometimes, just to really remind yourself of your true power and to be able to break through obstacles, to push through barriers, to let go of limitations and self-made or societally made limits. You are limitless, group one. You seem like the type of person who People can look at you and be like, oh, that person is amazing. This person, that person, oh yeah, that person's got it going on. That person's powerful. And you might be like, huh? Me? Me? Or you just don't have the confidence to really accept this thing that you've always needed to do, or this embodiment that is your truest self. So the Phoenix is here to remind you of your true power. Group number 1. As long as you continue to, push that away or ask for validation from the outside world, whether you literally ask or just like indirectly ask for validation, you're giving your power away. The Phoenix's advice to you is to never ask for validation, never ask for someone or something to give you this power that they don't have. You own your power. You own this beautiful energy. You own your truest self. You are your truest self. So no one else can give it to you. No one else can give you the answer. You can ask for advice. You can listen to wise words, but ultimately, group 1, you have the answer. And the answer is you. As corny, as cliche as it might sound, the answer has always been you. That's just it. You are who you've been waiting for. This group, I just want to encourage you that you are on the right path. You was just one thing. The next thing you need is to muster up that confidence. And that confidence is all about just knowing who you are, not asking for permission to be who you are, and just being and going from there. But first, you have to embody your truest energy. Group 1. Let me know how this journey goes. I definitely believe in you. All right, pile number 1. Going to group 2 next. Hi, group number 2. If you chose the Nightingale, this is your reading. So, in the book that came with this deck, the Nightingale is all about communication and your voice. As you can see, hopefully you can see that. As you can see, the Nightingale's beak is open, so it has a lot to say, okay? Its chest is puffed up, head to the sky. The Nightingale is very confident. It kind of looks like he's literally standing on top of the world. It looks like my ring light just kind of dimmed down a little bit, so sorry about that if you saw that light change. Hopefully it stays. So the Nightingale's chest is puffed up, head to the sky. So group number 2, this is a very clear message. You have a very powerful voice, and it's time for you to open up and express that powerful voice. That voice, you have a lot to say, and the world needs to hear everything that you have to say. You have something, you have truths that need to be spread. You have a lot of light energy that can even impact the world. Your voice is that big of a deal. I see like the background is black, like coming out of the darkness, but where his mouth is white, so it's light. So sorry about that. Group number 2, my ring light died, but we are back. So group 2, you might have an interest in encouraging people on like a bigger scale. So you might be a motivational speaker or some type of leader in the communication sense, or you just might be that friend that is always the one people lean on because you always have the right thing to say. With this light energy here, group number 2, coming out of the darkness, the dark color behind the Nightingale, it looks like you have a lot of wisdom. You might be able to help people turn their darkness into light, or turn their pain into like purpose. Group number 2, you might have not had the easiest upbringing or childhood or just life in general, and that in turn is where a lot of your wisdom and your light and your knowledge has come from due to your experiences. You could be a motivational speaker, just an overall encourager, a teacher, a guide of some sort. Very inspirational energy here. The Nightingale wants you to know, Group 2, that you have something to say. You do, you've always had it. It's something that's been in you since forever. The Nightingale wants you to call upon it to help you. I just heard to speak clearly. So maybe you have a very soft voice or an unsure voice, and there's nothing at all wrong with having a soft voice or having, any tone of voice. But maybe this is coming up because your true self wants to be a little bit louder. You might even want to just talk more, but you're more reserved, or you've been more reserved in the past, but these days you want to be less reserved. You want to speak up more. The Nightingale energy always speaks from its heart. The blue color here that he's standing on represents the throat chakra, so very balanced. The throat chakra and communication in this card overall is not necessarily about speaking more all the time or speaking louder. It can also be about speaking more wisely, having discernment with who you share your voice with, or even your energy or how you speak. I just heard oversharing. So if you've had bouts of oversharing for whatever reason in your past and you kind of want to clean that up a little bit, the Nightingale asks you to call on it to help you to use discernment when it comes to your voice. Sometimes we overshare because we want to be closer to people. We overshare because we might want to fill in the silence. Sometimes we might want to show someone we care, or get more energy out of someone even if we think they're not speaking enough. Group number 2, the Nightingale wants you to work on having more discernment with your voice. You don't have to always fill in silence for anybody. You don't have to tend to people's emotions either by what you say, or you don't really have to sugarcoat so much either. Group number 2, if you have something to say, say what you mean and mean what you say. It's beautiful to be a kind person. It's beautiful to be sweet if you're a sweet person, if that is you. But maybe being less nice would help you with your overall peace, your overall happiness. Something that's coming up now is you don't always have to be the nice person or the good person. Being kind is one thing, but usually being nice comes with not being so kind to ourselves. Being nice just for the sake of being nice. Maybe sometimes when you want to speak up or stand up for yourself, you can't do that because your first priority is to be nice. Group number 2, the Nightingale reminds you that your voice is powerful. Your voice is another form of protection, even is another form of self-love. So speak up when you need to speak up, when it feels right to speak up, Group 2. But the Nightingale is here to help you because it looks like here in the near future, or even right now, you're learning how to be more of a master of your voice and your communication styles even. You are definitely on the right path. Reclaiming of your power, reclaiming of your voice, reclaiming of your truth, right? Your truth, your heart, because our voice is the projector of what's inside of us. So if there's something inside of us, we need our voice to be able to bring that out into this world, out into our reality. So the voice is very, very special. The throat chakra is very, very special, and it's connected to your heart. It's connected to your truth. In group number 2, you are about to step into your true power of your voice. The Nightingale wants you to lean on it and to maybe picture yourself as this nightingale standing on top of the world, coming out of the darkness into the light, knowing that although it doesn't have maybe always the brightest, lightest, past or upbringing, that its voice itself, just opening its mouth, speaking, can literally be the portal to coming out of that darkness. It's like your voice, I'm just picturing, it's like your voice literally fills up rooms, fills up the world with light and love and truth and light and love and truth. And, you know, this light casts out any darkness. So you have a special gift, group number 2, and your voice is a big, big part of it. I'm so proud of you, and I believe in you, and I'm encouraging you to tap into this nightingale energy because you have a lot to say, and we need to hear it. All right, going on to group number 3. Hi, group number 3. If you chose the Eagle card, this is your card here. Hope you can see it. All right, group number 3. This beautiful, powerful card. First of all, you have the power to break through any barrier. First thing I heard. Also, you are who you say you are. You are who you think you are. Sometimes the environment that we were born in, or even just in any given moment, it might not always reflect who your truest self is based off of the people around you, or even your environment, or where you are currently, or where you have been. The eagle usually stands out, right? Out of all the birds, we know if we see an eagle. And it's always like an striking moment. We're like, oh my God, an eagle, you know. And then I noticed with eagles, I've only seen an eagle like in real life maybe 3 times in my entire life. And eagles are so huge. Like as they get closer to you, they are huge. They might not look that big when they're far away, but when they get closer to you, they are big, big. So group number 3, you might actually have an intimidating energy, especially when people start to know you. Sometimes people are intimidated by it and they may be taken aback, not know what to do with it. Other times people are loving it. They're in awe. You know, you draw in attention. You know, they adore you. They love you. You may have a tendency, group number 3, to shrink yourself because you know that you may have an intense energy, or some people may have even told you that you're intense. I just want to let you know that you're only intense for people that can't handle the intensity. The people that are also intense or love that intensity will embrace this, group number 3. I was going to say, will embrace this, eagles. So, yeah, you are an eagle. The eagle wants you to step into your fullest, best self. You know, grab a hold of who you are, your truest self. If and only if you were drawn to pile number 1, I think it was the Phoenix energy. They had a similar message here, but not exactly the same message, but they had a very similar message. You are very much in both realms. You are very powerful in the spiritual realm. You are very powerful in the physical realm, right? The eagle flies high, and once it has its eye on its target, there's no stopping it, right? The eagle wants you to pull up all of your energy, pull up all of your knowledge, pull up all of your wisdom to hit whatever goal you want to hit, or just to be your best self. In group number 3, you're giving icon energy. You're giving very inspirational energy. You're giving very influential energy. That's it. You're a big influence. You might actually be an influencer yourself, or want to be an influencer. You might just be a good influence on people in general. You, whether you know it or not, people look up to you. You're worth, paying attention to, whether it's your style or just your morals, your integrity, anything. People are very influenced by you. I feel like I should let you know, group number 3, just because a lot of people aren't always congratulating you and always telling you how influential and how important you are, doesn't mean that they don't feel it. Doesn't mean that they don't know it. Doesn't mean that they don't recognize it. Sometimes people don't have it in them to uplift other people because of what they're personally going through, or sometimes they just don't know how to say it. But all in all, It doesn't really matter what others say or think as long as you know, right? While at the same time, I know it feels good when other people let you know, good things about yourself. Let's just be real. But group number 3, the eagle is reminding you that it's very important to surround yourself with other eagle-like people, like people who are vibrant, people who are leaders, people who also maybe attract energy or attract attention or are very influential. It's very important for you to surround yourself and to get in environments that embrace your intensity or your vibrancy or your like abundant energy. It's giving, you have a greater than life energy, which is very abundant and vibrant. And, if you don't think you are, other people see you as this. This is the energy you're giving off to other people in public spaces, in the store, outside, anywhere. People sense this big energy off of you. The eagle wants you to continue to stay confident, stay bold in who you are, to lean into your higher power, whether you call it divine, universe, God, goddess, source, whether you talk to your ancestors, your guides, but to always lean on your spirit, lean on your spiritual team, your higher self. Whenever you feel that confidence kind of going down, it's always there to remind you who you are, your truest self. Yeah, group number 3, you are who you say you are. Continue to keep your head high. Continue to be vibrant. Smile if you want to smile. Don't shrink yourself if you want to be excited, if you want to be loud, if you want to be silly, if you want to be a little wild and daring, if you just want to be your best self, do it. Be it. After a while, the more you start being who you actually are, unapologetically, your people will find you. They will be attracted to you. There's no way around that. That just will automatically happen. The more you be yourself and stay true to yourself, even those things that, other people might have been annoyed by or intimidated by or just didn't recognize as valuable or beautiful, keep being that. And I promise you, group number 3, your people will find you. All of a sudden, you'll find yourself in environments with other people who have that same energy, that have the capacity to hold you and value you. And you'll be able to hold them and value them in that way. And it'll just be a big co-creation energy of just abundance, glowy, and just authenticity. So keep the faith, eagles. Keep the faith. Group number 3, keep being you, and you are again. You are who you say you are. I see nothing but positive things in your future. Okay? Please let me know how this goes. Please let me know if you start seeing signs of, your people coming or starting to feel more confident in yourself, or if you start seeing eagle symbolism randomly in random places. But so thank you so much, group number 3. It was such a joy talking to you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.